back, everybody. Well, they're a part of nearly 70% of all homes in the U.S. Many of us couldn't imagine life without a pet in our home. I know I can't imagine it without my boys. Today, we're dedicating the rest of the show to dogs, cats, and every pet in between. We start by talking about keeping your pets happy and healthy. Here to kick off our pet show is veterinarian Dr. Eric Ruhland from the St. Paul Pet Hospital. Thank you for being here, doctor.
Thanks, Jason.
Okay, let's start. It is now March, and we still have plenty of snow. It's the never-ending winter. I know that it's like our dogs don't even want to go outside. What's some good ways, tips that you can give folks to still get them some exercise in this never-ending winter?
This winter in particular reminds me why I don't move away, but
yeah,
we're here and we're buried. Something I always remind everybody is all of our, especially our dogs, you know, not as much as the cats, they're walking around with a jacket on. They want to go outside. They really do want to engage and be out there and be out in the snow. Mainly managing their paws for traction control and salt, that kind of stuff in their paws. Beyond managing that and frostbite and really cold weather, they want to get out. They want to get outside. They want to be out there, and that's one of the positive effects of having a pet is getting out there and being active and getting out there. You know, there's other than taking them to an indoor doggy daycare or for the day. That's probably, if you've got a really anxious or really active dog, that's going to be the best thing in getting them exercise inside beyond taking them out and getting out there. Bottom
line, they're probably tougher than we think that they are.
I think they're probably more comfortable outside, even on a day like today when it's 5 or 10 above. They're probably just fine. They're fine out there for a fairly long time, 15, 20 minutes. They'll be just fine.
Let's turn to cats. A recent study said, I want to get this right, research I should say, around 50% of cats are overweight.
I would totally agree with that.
Seriously?
Absolutely. We have a, just like looking at people, we have a false kind of conception of what's normal. We look at these fat, happy cats and we're like, well, that's a normal, nice, healthy cat.
It's Garfield.
Yeah, no, like that's like totally abnormal. These cats are walking around 30% larger than their normal body size. And that's I would say conservatively in our hospital, I would say between 50 and 60% of those cats are overweight. Yeah.
Okay, so people are watching and they have a kitty that they think may be a little puffy. What advice would you give? What's an easy thing they can do to help out to decrease the weight?
One of the biggest problems that we have with a lot of these cats is, and it's very simple, they're just getting too much. There's just too much going in the calorie bank. So I always talk about weight management. Weight management and diet is, and managing obesity it's a very simple equation with a lot of complicated variables. So it's calories in, calories out.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. So most of these cats just need about 20 to 40% less calories going in the tank. Well, what's going to happen is a lot of these cats associate getting fed with their owners, so they're constantly coming after the owner all the time. So sometimes we can actually, as we manage this, moving away to using like an automatic feeder and then having it set and calculated for certain periods of the day and certain feedings. So that way that cat starts to disassociate the food with the owner quite so much. And now that the feeder is what's going to be feeding me, one, and two, we can calculate and get it right down to the exact amount of food that we want to feed these cats. And that is really the biggest variable. The biggest variable is us and how much we're feeding them.
Does that rule apply to dogs too? Because I'm thinking of my boxer and my mother-in-law who Dexter knows to go up to her, whine and look at her, and suddenly she's a treat dispenser.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for the cats, or for the dogs, and for some cats too, we actually will give them an increased fiber diet, and we'll actually go with a specific prescription food that just gives them some gut fill and some satiation. But a lot of times for a lot of those cats, we got to remove all the treats, and the dogs too. We got to remove all of that, and it's a little bit of tough love. But that's the thing is they're gonna starve a little bit. That's sort of the purpose is we got to cut back somewhere. And in the long haul, it's going to be better. And that language of love, we don't always know how to communicate with them.
Speaking of food, staying on topic, what kind of food are you liking right now? Because every day, I think I compare it to humans. I remember, like, one day eggs are really good for you. Next day, eggs will make you grow a second head. You know what I mean? It's what's really good.
There's so much noise right now, and I think what ends up happening is people believe something, and it's really hard. I have a client that'll come in and say, well, raw food diet is the best, or grain-free. And once somebody believes something, it's very hard for them to unbelieve it.
Because I'm hearing grain-free right now. It used to be grain-free is good. Now, I just had a conversation with a friend. No, grain-free is bad now.
Yeah.
So what do you recommend?
Yeah, so right now, I mean, really sticking with any of the major manufacturers that are AFCO approved is going to be a safe bet. There's just a whole can of worms when we start talking about what is the best diet. And as a veterinarian, my recommendation, unless I have a specific condition I'm managing for a patient, I can't really give you a specific.
There's so many variables.
Right, there's a lot. But sticking with the major manufacturers, you know, and I could list off the big ones, you know, but sticking with them and something that's AAFCO approved is a very, very important thing to remember.
30 seconds. This might be a bigger topic, but I think it's important. We're getting to spring. Spring means cabin season. Cabin season means ticks. Should we be worried this season with our winter?
Yes. I mean, we're going to start seeing ticks the second the ground thaws, and we are seeing more tick-borne diseases now as emerging diseases than ever. Rocky Mountain spotted fever, anaplasmosis, Ehrlichia canis, Lyme disease. All those are tick-borne diseases. So depending on the load, if you're really in an area where you've got a lot of ticks, an oral FDA-approved tick preventative, so when the tick actually bites the dog, it actually kills that tick. And sometimes when we're in a heavy load, or if I'm going to take my dog, let's say grouse hunting for the weekend, I'm going to put a topical on them as well. Okay. So I could get into tick preventatives more.
We could do a whole segment on that.
Yeah, but making sure that they have a tick preventative on board and talking to their veterinarian about what is an FDA-approved product for them.